we can usually remember the top 1 or 2 in any category. And when they ask you like, who's the third person who landed on the moon? It's like, no one can name that. Who's the third person who broke the 5-minute mile or whatever it is? And you just can't name them. Remember the first. Sometimes we can remember the second, but the third is just a really hard thing. So if you can't play to win, to be in first or second, don't play at all. And so if you were in that place, what would that do for your life? Well, let's just think about that. You would have tremendous preference. And that's what we're trying to do. What brands do is they create preference for your product, your service, your brain, your coaching, your style of doing whatever it is over the next person. And when you have preference, you can command a premium. So we're not trying to sell more things to more people. We're trying to do fewer things for fewer people at a premium so that it creates like an inequation or imbalance in the supply demand chain. So when there's limited supply of you and there's crazy demand for you, you basically get to write your own ticket. And so people who have this kind of preference usually get the best speaking slots on stage. They can charge more than everyone else and everyone's happy to pay them. Instead of chasing people, they get to choose who they want to work with. That's just like the tip of the iceberg, right? So they get the best brand deals. They get preferential treatment at events, at restaurants, wherever it is. Their networking group expands. And here's just me reporting from the field here. There are a ton of books behind me of authors I've read books of and I like and admire. Never in the moment when I was reading those books, I was thinking that these people would actually reach out to me and say, hey, I'd like to be a guest on your show. And because I've been able to consistently show up to build my personal brand, that over time, enough people can get a sample of what it's like to be around me, what I stand for and who I am, that it creates preference for them. And when you build an engaged audience community, you can, I hate to use the word leverage, but you can leverage the audience to do a lot of different things. I get to drop into a town and say, I'm going to have a workshop or I'm hosting an event where you guys show up and people show up and things sell out without a lot of effort. But that's the thing. It takes a long time to get there. And it's like you could be 7/10 of the way there and quit and not realize that massive like hockey stick kind of growth. And so I'm going to encourage all of you, if you think you have a strong point of view, if you think you're different enough and you have an interesting take on what it is that you do, to then start making this long-term investment in building yourself, getting in touch with who you are, and showing up as yourself and delivering value and transformation for the people who are showing up for you.